Hello and welcome to a very special Gundam Battle Operation 2 featuring the Nemo Cannon, a unit from the Advance of Zeta Flag of the Titans. This unit was, let's say in part due to the shield boosters developed by the Titans test team, which I swear did most of the development for the AUG. But hey, moving on, this is a 450 cost ground and space capable support, with a ballistic resistance of 18, a beam resistance of 25, a melee resistance of a pitiful 5, a range strength of 25, a melee strength of a surprising 19, a movement speed of 110, and a fairly great thrust gauge of 70. For parts, we have close range of 10, medium of 11, and long range of 12. This is a bit of an all ranges suit in some regards. For equipment, well, you have a couple options, but it comes standard with a GM2 beam rifle. However, you can use the 170mm cannon, the GM rifle, or the hyper bazooka. The 170mm cannon probably being one of the better choices, and also something to make people literally hate your life and existence. The beam saber late model. The head-mounted Vulcan modified, it does okay damage. It's more to annoy people. And we have the SB Mega Particle Cannon ×2. This can be charged to fire one large blast, or it can fire and each side fires once, which does decent damage. And of course, it has a large Nemo Cannon shield. For skills, we have High Performance Radar level 3, High Performance Scope level 3, Anti-Stealth, it should be level 2, but whatever. Observational Data Link, Frontline Support System, Scouting Parallel Processing Device, High Performance Aerospace Gimbal, High Performance Balancer, which is pretty cool, Forced Injector, which is pretty nice, and High Spec AMBAC. What can I say about this unit? I kind of like the unit, but it's got some limitations. It can be a pain, and I would definitely say that almost it works better as a secondary support if you're going to have two supports on the team. That helps out with the mid-range of the team, or acts as an escort for a more snipery unit. But overall, it's pretty well done. It's got some decent skills for it, and let's see how it does in the match to come.
Hello, and welcome to the match, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic beginning of your weekend, because, of course, the weekend's coming up. And I'm going to be honest, I'd been struggling to get matches in this that were worth showing off. Not because I necessarily did bad, but because my team apparently wanted to pull a Keystone Cops and go everywhere but where the enemy was. So I didn't feel like this was a great match, but I thought it did a well enough job of showing it off. Now the unit does have a little bit of agility for it, and I'm going to shoot my guy there as we start making contact. Take some shots from my team. Why not? I do think it honestly is a pretty good support, if a little limited. There are better options, but I went with the stock loadout, and I was hoping to snipe somebody, but nobody wanted to come out, so I had to say hi to this gentleman. Now, you can see with the beam rifle and that the mega particles charged all the way, I fired too late on that one. It can do some pretty meaty damage. Now, my team decided to get a little bit weird, so I was trying to take some snipey shots to help one here, but they were fighting behind a building, and I wasn't sure if the fight to my right was going to go well, so I was holding back, so I waited, and then I fire into him for 3,000. There's 5,000 damage, ladies and gentlemen. This unit can be kind of meaty, but you do need to, with this loadout, manage the heat loadout. There are probably better ways to run it. I think the 170mm cannon's probably a better option. Just going to fire. I don't know why he did that, but he's gone now. So we're going to move up to support our team. Probably get some shots in. We're going to wait for it, take our shot. I think his shield and environment ate that. So we'll just fire a couple uncharged shots, throw our beam rifle in there, and the guy down there with no health isn't going to come around. So I'm going to push up. Now, I probably should have maintained my position, but I thought I was going to push up and support the team a little bit closer. This ends up being a bit of a problem because I don't like camping the main base of a team. I think it's kind of shitty. You know, I like to give people options as I miss my shot there. And we're going to start having them kind of spawn in around us. And this is a bad position for this unit as I pump some rounds into that guy. Because it does have a little bit in the moves department, but not enough. I pre-fired too much on the camphor there. I'm going to take a shot, pop it right into him, but I think I'm only going to catch him with one beam. Well, that's enough to put him down. And I'm going to keep trying to help my guy here. I'm going to fire one round in there, get a couple shots in there. But it's a Marasai. That's a serious piece of equipment. And we're going to fire. I think I missed that second shot. And we're just going to use the Vulcan to get rid of him. Heat management and all that. Fire, miss the camphor. I do not want to mix it up in the camphor in this unit. This unit does have a little bit in the way of mix-up potential, but not enough for something like the camphor. I don't want to die like that. And it doesn't help that Mr. Ghoul keeps like sitting right next to me, making it harder for me to maneuver. But I'm going to push off to the left here, and I'm going to switch over to the Mega Cannons. I'm going to fire that, but I think I'm going to catch half the shield on that one. Pop the shield again. At least it's got rid of the shield. We're going to be fighting the little buzzard over here. And I'm a little bit not wanting to get super in on him because, well, he has a lot more stun potential than I do. And again, I was trying to run this as close to the stock configuration as possible. So I pushed up to help with the Marasai because it's truly the most dangerous thing on the field. That's a joke. And the team wanted to push up and do some base bombing and such. I was uncomfortable with this, so I didn't want to push up like they did. I don't like doing this kind of tactic, so I saw one, for some reason, get in the little galoop. I forgot what those are called, and I was kind of distracted, and then I noticed they spawned in and decided to all charge me at the same time. Because 3 guys against me is not going to work out. There's a nice 4,000 damage. There's nice 5,000 damage. Now, that was a nice move by that Jetta in that regard. Because, boy, he was able to get around that cover using his flight control capabilities. So I'm going to fight this Alex a bit. But here's where some of the issues with the unit comes from. In that its mix-up potential is kind of there, even though the Marasai was nowhere near me with that beam saber. But it's not that great. So there's our first death to Chaotic. So we're going to pop in at B. Their base has been blown up. And they're making a push. So I was trying to come and back up my guys. Fire into a building. That building will never fight us again, clearly. The camphor is not an idiot, so he waited. Fire shot into him. Do some pretty decent damage due to his low beam resistance. I'm going to try to chase him down with the Vulcans, but, you know, he didn't want to cooperate. And now he's gone. Now, I do think this unit does pretty good job as a follow-up as we take out that Marasai. But, I think you're probably a little bit better off as trying to deal with this unit, which is far more dangerous than me in any melee capacity. It's good as a follow-up or a team-up suit. We're going to come in, fire our charge shots, let the Ghoul finish him off, and we're going to turn around, and we're going to come help our guys here. Fire directly into his legs. That was a meaty amount of damage. Use the Vulcans to help melt him as quickly as possible. And, oh, pardon me. fire into the wall, because it's the only way to intimidate people is firing into the wall. And then we started having a little bit of a weird thing where I believe the Marsai pilot started going new type and and learned instant transmission so he could dodge from side to side of that cannon. It was an interesting little moment, so I decided maybe I don't want to fight that guy anymore. New types are dangerous enough. I'm going to come in, we're going to help get rid of that guy. And we got 30 some odd seconds, so I might as well go see how they're doing against the new type. We're going to charge up that cannon. Oof. Fire, miss, fire, miss. Fire, miss. Miss. Oh, nope, we hit him. And get hit by that melee attack somehow? Yeah, that's how it works. The ghoul can handle that support. I'm not doing it. I'm going to come in, take the Alex's shield, because that's exactly what the most important thing we could do. And the match is ended. Let's see how we did. I would have done so much better with the 170mm. No board spots, but second place. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.